Hi, this is estate planning lawyer Michael Pevney, and in this video we are going to talk about how to hire an estate planning lawyer. But before that, if you are interested in estate planning and want to learn more, please subscribe to this channel. And if you're in California, you can set up a time to meet with me for free by going to ocestateplanlawyer.com. So, how to think about hiring an estate plan lawyer. It can be tough. Do you ask around to friends to see if they have their estate plan? By the way, most of them don't, and they need one. Do you go on Yelp and see what people's reviews say? Maybe that can be effective. Do you find some dude who just shows up on your social media page and make an appointment with them? A lot of people do, you'd be surprised. But here's a few things to think about when hiring a lawyer. Number one, what type of law do they practice? Do they practice just estate planning, or are they kind of more of a general service firm? Do they also do bankruptcy and criminal law and product defect and all other sorts of law? And estate planning is one little corner of this. And yes, they can write up a will if they need to, and they're happy to take on your business, but it's not necessarily what they specialize or really focus on. Or is their practice focused on estate planning and some other related fields, right? A lot of estate planning lawyers also do probate, which is the process of distributing people's property after you pass away. So it can often be a good idea to find someone who really focuses and tries to niche down and focus their practice specifically on estate planning. So that's all they do. All their clients, they're creating wills and trusts and other documents for. They're keeping up on the law. They know what's going on with the training. They're hooked up to a network of other estate planning lawyers, and this is really their focus. I have made the choice to focus my practice solely on estate planning law, and that's the only thing I do right now. Don't do any criminal law, don't do bankruptcy, don't do products liability, don't do criminal defense or anything like that. A second way is, how do you pay them? Okay, do they charge a flat rate, or do they charge by the hour? Now, it's becoming more and more common that estate planning lawyers will charge a flat rate. And I find that clients enjoy this because there's a lot less uncertainty out there. A lot of times the older model is that you pay a sizable retainer, and then as you work, you track your hours, and then once that retainer runs dry, you got to charge more money. But I find, and what I do and I find more effective with clients, is I quote people at the end of our first initial meeting how much their estate plan is going to cost. And I could spend a very, very long time on it, or maybe not so long on it, but you know exactly how much you're going to pay, and you know exactly what the estate plan is going to include. Now, at its core, an estate plan it's a set of documents. Okay, it's a trust, and it is a will, and it is a power of attorney, and it is a nomination of a guardian form, and all of these other things, and maybe a deed putting your home into a trust. But it's a set of documents that you're paying for. But that's not the only thing that you're paying for, right? You're also paying for advice. You're paying for counsel. You're paying for legal advice. And so it's important that you should know exactly what you're getting and how much you're paying. And what's great about a flat rate is usually there's not going to be any limit on the number of phone calls that you have, or emails that you can write, or meetings that you need to get on, or visits that you have with this attorney. I find that puts my clients a little bit at ease because there's no limit on the number of times that people can talk to me. They don't have to be worried about hourly rates and are they being billed at every 6 minutes, at every 10th of an hour, and everything like that. If they have a question, they just ask me and I answer it. And it's as simple as that. So I think it's best to find an estate planning lawyer that can charge flat rates. Third thing is, will they meet with you for free? Now, I'm not talking about giving you a huge amount of legal advice, but what I'm talking about is an initial consultation, right? I call mine an estate planning strategy session. And we talk either on the phone or by video chat for maybe 20, maybe 30 minutes or so. And the general idea is for me to find out who you are, and you can certainly find out who I am, and to see if we're a good fit. Now, there are certain clients that aren't necessarily right for my services, and sometimes I actually will pass them on and refer them out to somebody, whether that's a location type of thing or a level of business sophistication type of thing. But it's always a good idea to that I think most attorneys should talk to you for free for a little bit. So I can get an idea of who you are and whether or not I can help you, and whether you like me, right? It's important to like your attorney, and because you got to be honest and open with them about what's going on. Otherwise, that attorney can't give you the best advice. Fourth thing, this kind of ties in with number 3 about meeting with you for free. Do they listen to you? All right. Is the attorney hearing what you are saying and converting that and telling you and customizing what they're going to do for you? Now, one of these isn't necessarily a strategy session, isn't necessarily a time for you to just bombard the lawyer with questions, but it's basically for them to get an idea of your situation. And to do that, a lawyer needs to listen, and they need to hear what you want. What are you worried about? Are you concerned about maybe you had a parent or a grandparent that had to go through the probate process? That took a really long time, and it was really stressful for everybody, because not only was there maybe some infighting among the family, and there was a big piece of property that we didn't know what was going to happen with, and it took a really long time, and you really want to make sure that that doesn't happen after you are gone. Or are you very concerned with charitable giving? And do you want to set up some sort of a charitable trust for when you are gone? Or do you want your kids to inherit things responsibly, meaning not necessarily getting a huge amount of cash right as soon as you pass away? So I think it's important that the attorney hears what you say and can figure out and listen to what your goals are, and then give you a plan to achieve them. And so that's number 5, is, are they creating a customized estate plan? Because the reality is this: you can do cookie cutter, do-it-yourself estate plans out there where you don't get legal advice. It's very inexpensive compared to a lawyer, but you're dealing with a lot of uncertainty there because there's a lot less customization. In fact, I get about a quarter of my clients, they come to me and they said, yeah, we started one of these do-it-yourself plans, whether that's LegalZoom or another service, and it came time to sign these documents, and we had to get them notarized, and we had to put a house inside of a trust, and we weren't sure of that. Hey, would you just kind of look over this stuff and see if it looks good? And I say, no, we're starting from scratch, because I need to figure out what your goals are here and how to tailor and draft and customize my documents to make sure they achieve the goals that you want to achieve. So it's really essential that somebody create a complete and customized estate plan that meets your needs and achieves your goals. So those are the 5 things I think you should look for when hiring an estate planning lawyer. So first, do they practice any other types of law? Not that that's a total deal breaker, but yeah, I think it's best if they focus on estate planning and other related fields. 2, do they charge a flat rate? 3, will they have some sort of initial meeting with you for free? 4, will they listen to you and help you achieve your goals? And 5, will they create a customized estate plan that's going to help you achieve your goals? So if you're interested in this or anything else related to estate planning, please subscribe to my page for more estate planning information. You can ask a question in the comment section. I am usually pretty good about responding to them. Once again, estate planning lawyer Michael Pevney, creating estate plans for families in California. Thanks for watching.